Welcome back, Geek fans. It's time for another Geeks review, and we're reviewing today. We're reviewing the mid-season review of
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow, Jacob, this is the third season.
Yes, it is.
The show started off rocky. I felt I was confused by the show. It had a lot of problems. The characters were messed up. And now we're 3 seasons in. Some of that stuff has been polished. Other things to me have gotten even more bizarre and more confusing. But what did you think about before season 3 started? Like, what was your impression of the first 2 seasons going in, and what was your expectations for season 3?
Okay, well, the first season was just a god-awful mess. And that didn't change for like most of the second season. I thought the second season was better in some aspects. They fixed, at that time, she was Skye. They fixed Skye a little bit.
She was, in the first season, she was very unbelievable. She constantly cracked jokes. She didn't seem like a serious person.
Yeah.
It's like, why is she involved in these high-level secret covert operations? Why would we chat this person? And they also made some of the other characters a little more well-rounded. May's character, for example. In the first season, she is just a one-liner.
Yes.
I'm angry and tough. She was so tedious as a character.
Yeah.
They actually added some emotion. They brought up like some other personal aspects of her character.
Yeah. They fixed the characters, and then they introduced the Inhumans, which I actually liked. They could have handled it a little bit better, but I like that whole aspect of the show, of the second season. And then going into the third season, I wasn't really excited because I didn't love the second season and I hated the first season. So going to season 3, I was like, okay, give it a try. The first episode wasn't that good. I wasn't into the first episode, but then I thought that as the season went on, it actually turned into, for me, a likable show. Like at first, it was just, this is a show that I watch because it's Marvel and because it's so bad it's fun to watch. But actually turned into like legitimately a good show. Like especially in the third episode of the season, when they get I confused them so much. Was it Fitz or Simmons that was stuck on?
Simmons was stuck.
Okay.
The 2 scientist people were stuck. The ones that were like in the first season, they basically felt like almost like twins, like fraternal twins.
Yeah, but really they're love interests. But they capitalized more on that in this season, that their love interest, and I really liked their chemistry in this season. And when they get Simmons back from the planet, there's that scene where Fitz rents out the whole restaurant. They have that scene where they're sitting down at the table and she just like breaks down crying, and I actually thought that felt like real human drama. This is how a human would react after coming back from this planet where they have to survive on their own pretty much. So I thought that really good human drama, and then has some really interesting aspects. Continue on with the Inhumans and that other organization that I don't know who they are. They didn't really explain that much, but they're another organization going against S.H.I.E.L.D. and they end up working with S.H.I.E.L.D. and I liked the.
Well, we know what the organization is. It was Hydra.
Oh yeah.
It was a front.
Yeah, that's right. But I thought that was poorly explained.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
So
I mean, it felt like it was they had this storyline going, and they're like, well, what are we gonna do with this? Where's it gonna go? Shit, it's Hydra.
Yeah. And I think it was the same episode, season 3, where Agent May and the other guy, Hunter, they go into that like fight club basically, and then it reveals that it's Hydra, and like you have to kill someone to like get in. I actually liked that whole thing too. It had good action to it. It's not anything spectacular, but I still found it enjoyable. And then the season finale, or the mid-season finale came, and I was like, oh man, you're just going back to pretty much season 1. And I was just really disappointed with that. But what did you think about the season?
Well, let's get to the season finale, the mid-season finale in a moment, because that was a disaster on many fronts.
Yeah.
Jacob, this show did something that I wanted it to do. I bitched and complained about some of the stupid dialogue. I bitched and complained about some of the really, really poorly choreographed fight scenes. I bitched and complained about a number of technical aspects in the show, how it's sloppy. They actually fixed some of this stuff.
Yes.
Like in season 3, when they're like operating as a military unit, and they're like talking to Commander Coulson and whatnot. It feels more professional.
Yeah.
Like they're actually professionals in the field. It feels less like a ragtag team of adventurers who are somehow operating this secret organization. It felt less like that. People like May actually became a character that I didn't hate anymore. She became more well-rounded. Other characters became more well-rounded, more multi-dimensional. Daisy, Sky, now Daisy, she wasn't as annoying and tedious anymore. I still find her tedious.
Yeah.
I still don't like her. They miscast her.
Yeah.
The actress just doesn't work for that role. There's a couple scenes, it might have been actually in season 2, where she's with her dad.
Yeah.
And I thought it worked really well.
Yes.
And again, this is the classic issue where actors, they come into a role. I see this time and time again. I saw this in Man of Steel with Henry Cavill playing Superman, where when they're not superheroes, when they're doing human stuff like real people do, this is what they've grown up doing as actors. They've grown up being in plays, they've grown up doing these small roles as people. Now they suddenly have to take on this weird role that has nothing to do with their everyday lives. I mean, obviously this actress is not a real life, spy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for them to assume these roles. It feels so artificial and unnatural. But anyway, let's put all that aside. The core problem with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the fact that it contradicts the rest of the MCU. It makes no sense. S.H.I.E.L.D. was destroyed in Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was like, wait, what? Why does this show exist? And the show does another classic mistake of TV. They take on too much. So the show starts off as just Coulson and a team. They're a team. They're a part of this vast organization, S.H.I.E.L.D., which you've seen in the movies. But you don't need to worry about that. It's just their team. Then when S.H.I.E.L.D. gets destroyed, but then it just comes right back, obviously. They're now the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. Coulson is now running this giant spy agency, and it never works. I never believe it. They're walking around these small little sets. They're on the helicarrier. We've already seen the helicarrier bridge on the first Avengers movie. We know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But that's not what theirs looks like. They have this like little tiny room. Everything's in little tiny rooms.
Yeah.
And everything's like 4 or 5 people. Talk about the last episode. Talk about the last episode.
Yeah, the last episode was a huge disappointment for me because I thought it started off well, and I know you're very disappointed with the whole Hydra being a secret or an ancient organization thing. Like I did think that whole thing was a little weird, but I liked where they were going with it, and then you see like that
You liked where they were going with it?
Yeah,
they retconned Captain America, the first Avenger.
They never said that they were made during World War II. they just, that was when they came to prominence. But I like where they were going with that. And then but then there's the whole thing with where they have like this god on this planet, and they're looking for him to come back. And I'm like, okay, if they make him like a real menace, that'd be cool. But he's just like some weird worms that take over bodies. I was like, wait, that's the god thing? Because there's the astronaut that was stuck on the planet with Fitz, and he gets left there when Fitz gets rescued, and then Coulson and some other people, I can't remember who, go back, and Fitz.
Coulson and Fitz.
Yeah, they go to the planet
along with what's his name, the bad guy.
The bad guy. I hate him.
Oh, the guy I can't stand. What the hell is his name?
I'm totally blanking right now.
Yeah, I'm blanking on it too.
You talk, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, so what happens is the Hydra is trying to find this secret power. Apparently that was their goal. So they send Ward.
Yeah, Ward.
Ward. They send Ward, the former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, which was actually undercover for Hydra, which never made any sense.
Yes.
It was so random and thrown in there. He goes back, which also, why would he do this? Why would he suddenly just go back? It made no sense, right? And they go to this planet, and here's the big problem. Again, it's cheap looking. Everything's cheap looking.
Yes.
It's obviously they're like shooting in the back lot in L.A., right? Oh, go out, a little bit into the desert there, and we'll tint it blue. But my big issue is this power. They're looking for this great power, right? And he gets gunned down with a couple gunshots.
Yeah, in a flare.
And a flare, and he dies.
He's supposed to be like this. He's supposed to be this god that is supposed to, raise Hydra to, take over the world.
Yeah, this is a worldwide. That's another problem. This is a worldwide threat, and the whole time they're talking about this operation against the Hydra cast. They're like, "Oh my God, this is this huge operation." And at one point, they're like, "Oh, we got all our top agents there." I'm like, "There's 5 people.
Yeah.
There's 5 people in a room." And they're like, "Look, they're coming. They're coming. Oh, there's stuff happening. There's stuff happening." Nothing's happening.
Yeah,
they keep saying stuff is happening, but nothing's happening. It's just a bunch of people standing around.
Yeah.
Occasionally, a Hydra agent or 2 will come in, who are obviously incompetent, because any one SHIELD agent can take out any 10 Hydra agents, but Hydra's super dangerous though, right? It makes no sense! Like, they say it's dangerous, they say this is bad, but visually it doesn't match.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's like, wait, no, but it's not dangerous. No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not.
And another reason, or problem I have with the mid-season finale was they killed off Ward finally, just have him come back and being taken over by the weird god worms. and I knew he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Like, when Coulson finally crushed his windpipe with his metal hands, I was like, oh, that was cool, but he's not dead.
No.
And then they just have he got taken over by that god thing. Now he's back, and I just hate that character so much.
He's so worthless.
He's just thrown in there. He's like the classic Marvel villain. He's just there to be the villain.
Yep. He's just a mindless like psychopath. He's so generic. He's so boring. He's I'm gonna hurt you. Why? Because that's what I do. I hurt people.
Yeah.
He's boring. He's lame. He's so lame.
I will say that before, like, in the middle of the season, I did think there were some scenes where he was a little bit menacing, where he was like torturing those SHIELD agents in that one room. That scene was cool, but everything else with him, I was just like, they could have like anyone else but him be in this role.
He is so generic, the way he looks, the way he acts, and then they contradict his own behavior. I mean, he's out to like take over Hydra, but suddenly this random dude, he's like, "Oh, I'll follow you. I'll go into this portal off into the middle of nowhere. Why would I do this? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it because it fits the storyline." And that dude, they got what's his name? Powers Boothie. What's his name?
Yeah, I can't remember the character's name, but he was on the World Council in Avengers.
Yeah, the guy he played Tolliver from Deadwood.
Yeah.
Right. The guy's a good actor, but the character made no sense.
Yeah.
Because like he's on the World Council now, suddenly he's doing this. I was like, what? They shoved him in there.
I did get it. Like he was one of the people that was an underground Hydra agent, but they didn't explain that enough. That he could have been like, I was on the World Council. That was enough. That you could have just thrown that in there, and it would have made more sense. But they didn't do that.
No.
Now, I'm going off on this whole thing where I hated the whole, mid-season finale in the first episode, but everything in between that, I genuinely liked. I know you hated it.
Hate's not the right word. It was just boring.
Yeah, I can see why you would think it was boring, but
nothing happens. They talk. They fight a few people. They say it's the world's in danger, but it's not. Right? It makes no sense. You can't. If you have a TV show, you have to scale to your budget. If you have a certain budget, you go, okay, we have this budget. We need to make the story work with this budget. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, they have budgets. They're not big budgets.
Yeah.
So they have a small storyline. They have small group of people. Here, they have a worldwide threat. That's for the movies. The worldwide threat. And this whole Inhumans storyline, it makes no sense in the context of the Marvel movies.
You see, I actually would have liked it if they didn't have any of this Hydra stuff, because it pushed the whole Inhumans thing back. And I actually like the Inhumans thing they were doing with Lash. Like, even though it was kind of weird how he's May's ex-husband, to kind of thrown in there, but I actually liked where they were going with that. And then it's like, oh wait, we have to go deal with these god worms that are
But here's
the
the problem with Jacob. If it was just a self-contained story, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But it's not. In the Marvel Universe, it's so bizarre how people are so scared and frightened of, oh my god, they have powers, we're scared and frightened of them. Wait a second. This is the same universe with the Hulk, with Thor, this is the same universe with the Avengers.
Yeah.
This is why the X-Men, if Marvel got the X-Men property back, I wouldn't want them in their unit, the MCU.
Yeah.
The X-Men are a persecuted class, mutants are persecuted, they're outcast. It works when they're on their own. But But it doesn't work when you have aliens and superpowered beings that people love.
Yeah.
They show them with like action figures and stuff.
Yeah, in this universe, like Agents of Shield, people are like, oh my god, I can't believe this superpowered human just blew my car. When just like a few months ago, an alien invasion happened in New York.
Right?
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
I do agree with that point that, you know, in the Netflix series, it's very self-contained.
Yes.
And you have people that are very powerful, like Kilgrave and Jessica Jones. He could take over the world if he wanted, but that's not what he's after. They pointed out he's just after Jessica in the show. So,
and it'd be stupid if he tried taking over the world, because just like with S.H.I.E.L.D., it's like, wait a second, if this is a worldwide threat, where are the Avengers?
Yeah.
Where are the big names? So you can't have that. You can't do that. But S.H.I.E.L.D. does it. Which just was like, what? No, you can't do that.
I know.
Because the Avengers are here. If this was really a threat, it wouldn't be that these fucking idiots coming in on the S.H.I.E.L.D. plane. It'd be the Avengers coming in. It'd be like a Code Green, and Hulk would be going there smashing shit up.
Yeah, he could have just ripped those god worms in half.
Yeah, I know.
Send Hulk through the portal.
Yeah, send Hulk through the portal.
And he's already a danger to everyone around him. Send him into the portal.
Yeah.
But you know, we are bitching on the show, and it does deserve it for a lot of reasons. But I did enjoy the season for what it was, and I am looking forward to the second half of season 3, even though the mid-season finale was a very large disappointment. But we're still gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it more than Shane does. Even if I don't like it, I'm gonna enjoy it more than Shane does.
What's your rating? What's your letter grade?
For the first half of the season, I'm gonna give it B-.
B-. You're giving this shit a D. A D. A D for don't watch. That's what I'm giving it.
Okay. I don't know what it was. They just turned it around for me in the season.
No. They fixed a lot of problems, but the core... it's just the premise of the show I don't care about. That's the thing. I don't like this spy... I was never interested in a spy agency film in the first place. A TV show. I don't care about that. I don't watch James Bond and that kind of thing. I don't like that. I was looking forward to a show that would be like, oh, you know, superhero of the week, villain of the week, occasionally get some of like the more well-known people on. And
then the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents have to go take care of them. And it just didn't do that. It went in a completely different direction once Captain America and Winter Soldier happened. They're just like, what? Let's blow up S.H.I.E.L.D., the thing that this show is about.
And then they bring S.H.I.E.L.D. back, but in the movies they never acknowledge Coulson. They never acknowledge... It's just...
Yeah.
They're like two separate universes now, but they still occasionally... The show still occasionally references the movies, which is dumb.
For me, my canon, I think it's... I think they actually know that Coulson is alive, and they're just never going to talk about it in the movies. They're like... They learned sometime in between like Iron Man 3 and Thor 2.
Whatever. Either way, stay tuned. We're gonna review the second half. We're gonna review the whole season as a whole. I'll probably hate on it some more. Jacob will give excuses why it's not that bad. The usual happen. Either way, this has been Geeks the Movies, and we'll talk to you later.